everyone. My name is Kristy Kristinek. I'm a local artist here in Lubbock, Texas. I've been here for about 12 years now, doing both my undergrad and my graduate work at Texas Tech University in studio art. I'm also a CASP artist in residence in Work Studio A that is actually right around the corner from the Luca Gallery, so you can see more of my work there. I'm super excited to be part of the Louise Hopkins Underwood Center of the Arts. So the work itself, everything in this specific exhibition is completely brand new. So everything that I worked on in terms of technique, some of the specific pieces that I'll walk you through here in just a little bit were some brand new ideas in terms of format and what they look like visually that I hadn't necessarily done in my work before. All of the abstract elements that you see in my work that kind of fuels it and drives my ideas comes from my personal and kind of different experience of being a ballet dancer before really focusing on painting in my work. And that personal experience and memory is really what drives kind of the more abstract nature of what I do and has really shaped who I am as an artist today. And so I like to combine both of those things together in terms of the performance aspect of being a dancer and the physical aspect of being an artist. Whenever you have the experience of seeing a live dance performance, it's very momentary. And so as an artist, I feel like I can capture that moment permanently on a canvas surface. So I try to combine those two worlds together of what performance means and what the final piece as a painting could actually look like. And so that's where all of my color palette comes from, the physical dancer's body, whether it be the application of makeup, the costuming, the movement through light of a space, so the entering and exiting on an actual stage really inspires the restricted nature of what a canvas can actually be. So I'm bound by the edges of a canvas, much like a dancer is bound by the edges of a stage when they enter and exit that space. So utilizing the actual canvas space itself is really important to me. Sometimes it can be rather restricting, other times it can be a little freeing in terms of the actual materials that I'm using. So I'd like to walk you through these three specific pieces here that I've titled Transformed Series 1, 2, and 3. Oftentimes in my studio space I do work in series or multiple canvas panels on one time that I'm working, and so it really fuels that idea of kind of moving through this space instead of focusing on one specific canvas surface. So with these three pieces, this is where I really wanted to utilize the idea of coming off the surface of the canvas and really focusing on the notion of three-dimensionality in painting, since I'm combining more of a performance aspect with the 2D idea of painting, and they can both be very separated at the time. And so I wanted to fuse those two ideas together. The fabric pieces themselves are a little older in terms of when they were actually created. All of the kind of inking type staining applications that you see on the actual fabric are done with the weight of my body. So it's more of a printmaking aspect of adding a stain to a surface. So that's how I approach the fabric itself, by working on the floor completely. All of my pieces happen entirely on the floor before they're placed on the wall. So it really utilizes that idea of the stage format and working on the stage itself as a dancer and moving into the idea of painter. And so I can combine those two ideas together very easily by working on the floor. So I have this kind of 360 modality of working, and then by attaching the fabric, it really invites the viewer to kind of interact with the piece itself. So the closer you get to it, the fabric can oftentimes move. Oftentimes I feel really restricted by using a paintbrush and things like that, and so I can really utilize my physical body in the aspects of talking about dancing through applying paint to my feet and my hands, and it really utilizes the gestural idea of what I'm trying to capture of that movement there. So sometimes you'll see little kind of poking throughs of whether my fingerprints or my handprints, as well as my foot itself, coming into play with the paintings. And so that's what I was trying to focus on with these specific three, with Transform Series 1, 2, and 3.